All right. Well, listening to the radio and reprinting this in petg, I have this thing turned so far down that it's not even funny. It looks like it's still stringing. I don't know, maybe we'll go in here and adjust the temperature maybe a little bit. I'm gonna just keep an eye and see if we get good layers or not. You look a little warm, maybe. We'll go 242. Try 242. Just come down just a hair. I don't think we'll notice a difference. Oh boy, look at that blob. So, maybe if I can get this stringy crap out of here. Because the problem with the stringing is that then it accumulates on the nozzle. I've got the print bed really hot, 85 degrees. But I just want to make sure we don't have problems with it sticking. This is going to be a difficult print, I think, in petg for sure. But it's possible to do it. I'm hoping to have enough on this roll. We ran out on this thing, so the statue got halfway done and like got up to a little bit to his ears. It was at over 50%, but so here we're looking at like maybe increasing the speed would be good. I'm just gonna try and kind of monkey around with this layer here. I think a lot of squish to it too. Maybe too much. Let's try 240. Just want to lower it just a little bit. It's not moving fast enough anywhere to really do any jerky stringing. But usually if you print slow like this, you can kind of adjust the temperature as you go along. And definitely the Z. The Z might be a little bit too close, a little too tight. But let's see if we can go in and settings. No. Fine tuning. Okay. We bump the Z up 0.1. I think. Let's see what it does. If we find any difference. It's not really showing me what the Z is. Okay. 0.02. So I do see what it did. It did change. But we get these blobs, and we don't want these blobs. Yeah, I definitely think it was too close. You see now, it's looking better. It also might be because I got the bed at 85 degrees. There's still these like kind of lines in it, so I don't know if it still needs to go up maybe a little bit more. But it's definitely looking smoother. Let me see if I can really, I don't know. It's so hard to focus in on white. Okay, so now we're going to keep an eye on it. We just went up 0.04 more to see if we can get rid of these actual like lines in it so it's almost smooth. Let's see. Looks pretty good. Let's go up just 0.15 altogether. Just kind of see. You can see there's still a little bit of line in it. And that could be crap hanging on the nozzle. They're certainly getting a much better layer at this point. So if not anything, this is a good layer test. So if I was going to print an entire sheet here, yeah, I would definitely want it to be up higher. So we can see here that we went too far, and now we have separation in it. And now the fan is going to try to come on. We need to get it off. We cannot have that fan on. Cannot have it on. No fan. So we see here we did pretty good. I would have liked to have been able to get it back to that state before it started to make its rounds, but whatever. So we go fine tune, and I'm gonna go a little bit less. I'm gonna go 17 just for good measures. If it's printing and it starts to get like funky, then I'm within pretty close to 0.01 or 2, you know, what it needs to be. But you can see here we were in the sweet spot right there. So maybe a little less than that, but definitely not more. And it might actually be perfect right where it's at. Oh yeah, okay, so now we're gonna go over the top of it. So now it's gonna be, it won't even matter at this point because there's a lot of funky crap. But we can kind of monitor this layer and just sort of see what it's gonna look like. And I might be able to increase the speed just a hair. Let's go up to 30. And just make sure that it does actually increase quite a bit. But just make sure we're not stringing or anything. And try and keep an eye on it. And it looks like the layers are pretty even. I don't know if we need any more squish or not. Maybe we'll go down to 16. Or 15. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on it so I can kind of see what it looks like. It's going to be kind of hard to tell because the texture on that back half is nasty. I'm not sure what 30% of the actual speed would be because I don't know what it's actually set for, but I think 150, 120. Although the first two layers I think are definitely different speed than when it starts to do the infill. So this is how far we made it. It ran out. Whoa, look at that. Look at that layer. I think that's looking pretty good. I'm glad I took the nippers and nipped out a bunch of that crap that was on there. It's looking pretty good there. So 240, and this crap here says 230 to 260. So now this thing's probably going to try and kick the fan on again. I guess that's what's cool about petg. You don't have to really worry about having a cooling fan that much. You need the heat. Although I did order some PLA. It was like almost $10 a roll. It was forget the brand, but PLA Plus, and it was $20 and like 25 cents plus tax for a roll of gray and a roll of black. Now, I made sure it was 2.2 pounds each, because sometimes they try and do some shiesty crap and then paying $10 for one of those little tiny rolls like that. So anyway, I definitely like this printer without the cover on it. And also, I was going to show you guys, yes, the cover does appear that it would fit this one. It doesn't want to come off. Is there like a wheel on here? Interesting. So this thing seems to be like not budging. Okay. There we go. I'm like, it felt kind of glued. And considering the guy I got it from might have done something weird to it, you never know. Anyway, so if you look at it here, I'm pretty sure if you really wanted to put this on here, you could. Now, one thing I don't know, what it's hitting here is it's hitting this piece. But there is some extra plugins on the board, because I've had it off, and it's possible that there might be a provision for an LED, but I don't think so, because I think there's a different amount of connectors on there. So anyway, but I prefer not to have that there. It makes it harder to see what the hell's going on. So I can live without it. We're listening to these guys. Oh, look at that. This thing's looking pretty good. So I'm hoping maybe I just had some bad filament or something and some bad settings. Because I've seen some people print on YouTube with this printer with petg, and it didn't look like they had any problems, but maybe they weren't showing anybody what was really going on. And maybe they did 10 prints before they got a good one.